Hello, everyone. This is Aptera's post from December 27th, 2024, and it's talking about their low voltage power distribution unit. And so we have a couple of pictures of it, and it says that our low voltage power distribution unit is specifically designed to allow us to power off subsets of devices that aren't in use during specific states, like charging. All right. So one of the things that Aptera has been really focused on is increasing their efficiency of their low voltage systems. And I didn't really realize how important that was until I got my recent EV, the Hyundai Ioniq. This is not the Ioniq 5 or the Ioniq 6, but the original Hyundai Ioniq. And they have a cool display on the Ioniq where it tells you about the drivetrain, climate, and electronics. And the electronics is mainly the low voltage power unit stuff. This would be like the radio, the lights, the dashboard, that kind of stuff. In the Aptera, it would be like the infotainment system and all that other stuff. And you see here, it uses a not insignificant amount of power. It's 360 watts of power on the Hyundai. And the more efficient that a car is, the more that the electronics is going to impact the amount of power you have left in the battery to run the drivetrain, which is what we really want. So if the drivetrain is very inefficient, then as a percentage, the electronics is going to be less, and of course the climate control system. So that's why Aptera needs to have a very efficient climate control system too. And unfortunately, they're not going to be having a heat pump in the initial run, but that's probably something they need to move to relatively quickly down the line to improve their climate efficiency. Now, in where I live, I don't use heating ever in my car, but I know that in many parts of the country, heating is going to be important. But anyways, this climate and low voltage power system, this is going to be very significant, make significant impacts on the range of an Aptera because of the efficiency of the drivetrain. So it's a higher percentage. And I hope Aptera has some kind of display like this. I find it very useful, and for like efficiency geeks like most of us are going to be, having some kind of readout on the climate and low voltage system and how much each component of the vehicle is using, that's going to help us manage things a little bit better. All right, so what we can see is Aptera definitely knows about this and focuses on this because this has been an issue for many other EVs. Like Tesla especially has a lot of features, especially their Sentry mode uses a lot of power drain. And there's this thing called phantom drain or vampire drain, where the car slowly drains its battery, even when it's just parked and not doing anything. Like when you just park it in your garage or park it out in the parking lot, it just slowly loses power. And so Aptera, because they have a relatively smaller battery pack and they're more efficient, they're going to really need to focus on keeping this vampire drain down to a minimum. And all the EV companies are trying to do the same thing. They want to reduce their phantom load as much as possible. And then looking more closely at the pictures, looks really nice. It comes in a little box that's very easily accessible, and keeps kind of the dust out of it at the top of the front part of the vehicle. And then inside you can see the fuses and the connectors. Looks really clean. I don't know this. This should be the final production circuit board, but you can see. Oh, look! You look here. You see Hermes. So they put the sticker on. They're going with the Roman god naming sequence. So Hermes right here. All right. So I'm going to be very interested to see what kind of power drain Aptera's low voltage system gives. Is it going to be in the 100 watts, 200 watts? I hope it's not 300, 400 watts like it is in the Hyundai. Although I'm guessing the infotainment system and the computer system might be a little more sophisticated than it is in the Hyundai, so maybe it uses a little more power. But I'm hoping they can reduce this even more, and that the climate control doesn't. When I turn the AC on, this climate control goes up significantly. Again, I don't turn on the heat, so I don't know what it looks like when you turn on the heat in the Hyundai. But this kind of readout is very, very helpful for me. And I hope Aptera in their interface has something very similar to this. All right. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day.